Darren, obviously the game didn't pan out just how we wanted towards the end, but it was a real refreshing game out there today. How did you get on with it?
Do you know what? I'm so proud of the boys. I'm gutted for them because we're 2-0 up. Some dodgy decisions for me. I don't even think it was a corner. But they had one training session tactically with us yesterday for like 40 minutes, and we're asking them to play a certain way, and I thought they'd done it unbelievably well. Yes, probably game management at the end, what we can do, but I thought they were superb, and we spoke to them regarding trying to entertain the fans that have travelled here, and I thought they did that.
Yeah, you could definitely argue that was one of the most entertaining games of the season. I use that word refreshing just to sum up sort of the performance and the style we had today. They looked to play with some real freedom and confidence. Yeah,
we spoke about it yesterday as staff, and it's something that I wanted to do against Stevenage, but I didn't have a training session to do tactical stuff with them. I had the opportunity yesterday to have them, as I said. So I knew there would be grey areas with certain things. Well, I thought there'd be grey areas, but they did everything that we asked of them as staff and more. Unlucky to not get a few more goals. I said to them today, win, lose or draw, can we get shots off, crosses into the box, and just excite the fans here, the staff, the owners that are watching the game, and that's what we have to do.
Yeah, it's a slightly thinner squad at the moment. Obviously, we see players in different positions maybe they're not so used to playing in, but we did see the likes of Brandon at right back. We had Rem on the left, both incredible performances.
Yeah, brilliant, and you have to also, I gave special praise to Teddy and Remy because they haven't played many games, they've been injured. We couldn't play them any longer than the 60 minutes, and it's no slight on the subs that come on, but it's hard to change it at times and you lose momentum. So having to take them both off, you lose momentum, but then you look at the ones that came on, they gave everything again in Jaden and Raf and Powley. So for me, I can't knock any of them. They were unbelievable, and I think when you're on the side and you're watching a team play, I always think any team that I'm around or involved with, is a team playing so well that you'd want to have to put your boots on and go and play. And today, I would have loved to be in a part of that team. Obviously, I'm way too old. These hips can't do that, but I enjoyed the game so much, and I thought the boys were brilliant in and out of possession. And I just said to them, that's what they've got to continue doing for whoever comes in. They've got to continue doing the same thing over and over again and not ease up.
Yeah, I'll just ask you about Raf Khalil. Obviously, he's a player who's been around for a while at Crawley Town. You gave him his league debut just a few days ago, and another sort of half an hour today. Is he a player that you see a lot of potential in?
He's got massive potential, Raf. He's someone that I think if you can get hold of him and coach him, he can do really well and have a good career. I thought that as soon as I came into the football club. So I want to give him a chance. And I think as fans, when they see people giving their all, they'll accept mistakes. And we all do. He gives his all. And he's someone that can definitely go on and do well, and I just thought, why not go and give him a chance?
It was a young centre-back pairing today of Luddy and Harry Ransom, but for the majority of the game, for 80 minutes, it would have been a clean sheet. Two solid performances from two very young defenders.
Yeah, it's a young squad, and we have to understand, and the fans definitely do understand it, and you can see the support that they gave us today. Unbelievable. I thought we were at home. The way they were singing and shouting was brilliant, and it gives encouragement to the younger boys. And Ellery in goal, unbelievable, made a great save. I think it was at 1-0 maybe. Yeah. And Ludi, he was immense, and H next to them, they were incredible together. And I was gutted for them that just to concede the one at the time, and then obviously we let in the second, and we just lost a little bit of momentum at that time. And obviously at that time as well, the ref has run over and to book Watto, like it was silly, and I think it just harmed us in the end.
Yeah, very difficult to pick a man of the match today. Obviously, one player we haven't mentioned was Nick Cerulli, who did the exact same as he did at Stevenage, drew a foul and won us a penalty.
Yeah, he's been great. He's top guy, and you can see why he's fans' favourite. He gives everything when he plays, and he's great in and out of possession as well. Leads the boys as well. Covers his centre back, joins him with his wingers, and has got a few penalties. So I think he's Dom's best friend at the minute.
And finally, Darren, we know he was a very nice guy, but a sending off today. What happened?
Do you know what? I am a nice guy, but when it comes to football, I'm just so passionate, and I think they just booked our physio Watto, and then their team had done the same thing. Their staff jumping up. So I was asking the fourth, how does that work? Then their manager wanted to come over to me, and it is what it is. But there's no hard feelings. Me and him spoke after, and we're fine. It's football. It's a passionate game, a very passionate game, and that's what I am. I'm very passionate when it comes to football, and I just love it. So,
Dom, that was an entertaining one. Sadly, the result didn't go our way in the end, but a very refreshing game today.
Yeah, it was definitely a game of two halves. I thought first half, it's a tough place to come. I know that better than anyone. It's a real fortress here, and I thought the team played some really good stuff, attacking stuff, defended, really well, put our bodies on the line. Ellery made a good save early on, then we get the goal. And it was looking good, and then second half, they're going to throw everything at us, which they did, and they've got some real quality players. So I think before we came here, we'd have probably took a point, to be honest, against a tough team, resolute. So yeah, every credit to everyone that was out there today.
Obviously very painful to lose those 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. Why do you think the momentum shifted towards the end?
I think it's just a natural way the game goes. When you're 2-0 up, we should have done better. We should have seen the lead out. But they're so probably one of the most dangerous from throw-ins and set pieces in this league. So when the tide changed, sort of thing, and they were slinging everything in the box, it's tough, and you've got to be resolute. And unfortunately, we couldn't hang on to it. But I thought for 85 minutes or whatever, we defended unbelievably. So, it's fine margins, and we'll be looking to put it right.
Yeah, we just spoke to Darren and said what an entertaining game it was. A real refreshing style of football. The lads out there playing with a lot of freedom, and yourself involved too, especially out wide. We played some really good football today. It was almost different from the season previous.
Yeah, definitely. The pitch is top draw. And it was that was sort of how the team talk was, that Byes wanted us to go out there, play with freedom, play expansive football. We've got a technically good, really good squad. We play really good on the counter, and defensively they're up there. So to show that we can break teams down like that and counter on them, I thought it was excellent.
2 goals for yourself. You'd be very happy, obviously, returning here and getting to score 2. Just talk us through them a little bit.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to ask. So obviously the first one, it's just right place at the right time, to be honest. I can't say that I did much special, but we were putting the pressure on, and right place at the right time. And then obviously the penalty just slotted it. I could have had one at the end as well, which might haunt me a little bit, but I can't be too that's football. But it's great for me to come back here. It was a great club that did a lot for me in my time here, and I have nothing but respect for Newport, and the fans, the club, the lads. I've seen Priestley Farquhar in the centre half. Obviously he was up against me today. He's one of the best centre halves I've played against this season. Big, strong, athletic. It was a tough place to come, tough game, and I think it's probably a fair result in the end.
Would you have held any celebration if that last kick of the game went in?
It'd have been very difficult, very difficult. I think the first one, I was never going to celebrate, to be honest, just out of respect of Newport. Not that I wasn't buzzing, because I was, but at the same time, it's. I got a bit of stick today, which is it's football. But I have the utmost respect for him. So it's great to come back.
Just wanted to finish off. Obviously, you were captain again today. You found yourself as being one of the more senior lads out there. It was a very youthful side. How did you sort of find being captain of Crawley Town? Yeah,
it's it's an honour. It's a real honour. A bit of a shock, but definitely an honour. And I think if you get a responsibility like that, you've got to step up, and you've got to we've all been 18, 19, 20, and trying to get the games, the knowledge of the game, and if I can help help out when we're out there, I will do. And yeah, it's just about stepping up. But no, it's a real honour.